Hey, reporters, welcome back to my channel. As I am sure you are well aware, Demon Diddy is currently sitting behind bars. He is facing a lot of very serious federal charges, including racketeering, kidnapping, RICO charges, and I'm sure plenty of other charges are soon to follow as well. As always, I definitely want to give a shout out to Cassie for blowing the lid off of this entire ordeal and exposing Diddy to the point where he now is behind bars at MDC Brooklyn. So, of course, he is sitting in there and they have to feed him. So I kind of started wondering what exactly it is that prisoners such as Diddy Combs eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And TMZ delivered the scoop. Pun intended. Let's take a look. Unfortunately, I did not see maggots on the menu for Diddy, but there is quite a variety. So he was booked on Monday night. So let's start on Monday night, right? So for breakfast, they would have fruit, cereal, breakfast cake, sugar substitute, skim milk. Now, when it comes to lunch, Southwest chicken wrap or chicken veggies or tofu wraps, coleslaw, pinto beans, fruit, beverage. So those were things that were being served in the morning, but Diddy didn't check into camp prison until the night. So this is what he had when he arrived. If he was still hungry, because he was at dinner with his sons before he was booked, right? So a Salisbury steak or black-eyed peas, mashed potatoes, brown gravy, green beans, whole wheat bread, margarine, pat, and a beverage. That's actually not half bad. It kind of looks like the stuff that you would imagine, you know, like just some pretty basic lunch meats. You know what I'm picturing? Like a TV dinner. They even have the Salisbury steak TV dinners. That's what I'm imagining for him. So the next morning, as he was preparing to show up in court, he nourished himself with fruit, cereal breakfast cake, sugar substitute, and or skim milk. And then, you know, when his bail was denied, he was ushered back in for some lunch. And for lunch, he had some chicken patty sandwich or a chickpea burger. Those are the choices, right? And then as a side, you get some steamed rice, pinto beans, lettuce/tomato mayonnaise, WW hamburger bun, or I guess it's whole wheat, fruit, beverage. Now for dinner, as he cried about not being granted bail, he was eating a turkey roast or navy beans with baked sweet potato, mixed vegetables, whole wheat bread, margarine, and a beverage. Listen, it's not a lot of food, I will admit. So the next time we see him, he probably will have lost a lot of weight if he's going to keep up with this diet. So basically, it seems like pretty much every day you get the same thing, more or less, right? So if you look here, what are you seeing? There's always going to be fruit, cereal, breakfast cake, some sort of a sugar substitute, and skim milk. Except on Saturdays and Sundays, they get a treat, which is coffee. Don't forget, Diddy is a multimillionaire, so he could also have some money flowing into his prison books as well, allowing him to access certain snacks and delicacies. You know, so I know that coffees are treats for Saturdays and Sundays, but perhaps if someone slides a little cointy coin on his books, he will be able to have those every day of the week. Maybe he might even have some Doritos, some Cheetos, some Gatorade, who knows, right? So we already saw what the standard breakfast is. Now let's take a look at what the standard lunch is, right? So the standard lunch is some sort of like a wrap. It could be a chicken wrap. It could be a tofu wrap. It could be a veggie wrap. Sometimes they're doing burgers, you know, full-blown hamburgers or black bean burgers. So they really do accommodate people with dietary restrictions, right? There are vegetarians, and they have some options for them as well. So I see on Saturdays they have tacos, beef tacos or chickpea tacos. I've never heard of a chickpea taco. I might have to go look up. I don't know if these prisons do cooking tutorials, because I would like to know how they put together a chickpea taco. That might be interesting for me. Do they like put it together as a patty or something like that? I don't know. I'm gonna have to take a look. Maybe they've got a TikTok or a YouTube channel I could check out for some tips on that. And you know, they really are treated on that Saturday, because what else do they get? Salsa, fruits as well, black beans, whole kennel corn. They got some corn on the cob over there. All right. Now, what do you get on the Sunday? Scrambled eggs. That's pretty good. Oven brown potatoes, biscuits, and jelly. Okay. Cream gravy. Not bad. So it seems like Saturdays and Sundays are like the really, really like exciting days for them in terms of food. Like, look, at the last Saturday of the month, they're going to have a cheese pizza, you guys. Like, that's pretty damn good, right? I'm seeing chicken fried rice on the Friday. That's pretty good. beef and broccoli. Like, this is like a really, really healthy and balanced meal plan. You know, I feel like they're eating, you know, healthier than the people on the outside, you guys. They're getting their fruits, they're getting their vegetables, they're getting their fiber, they're getting their minerals, their vitamins, they're getting their milk and stuff like that. Like, this is pretty good. And so these marks that you're seeing here are hearts, indicating that these are items that are heart healthy, right? So look at that. Pretty much everything you see here is stuff that is good for the heart. They are keeping these people in good health so that they can go on to serve their maximum sentences. You know, and then there's some things here where they are with the pound sign, which indicates no flesh entree item, aka vegetarian. I don't know why they wouldn't just say vegetarian item, but I digress. So Diddy, that is what he's up to these days. That's what he's eating. He is, you know, he's not eating that caviar anymore. I don't think even on the commissary they've got caviar as an option. Ooh. Well, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. At the end of the day, this is somebody who chose to use his power, his fame, his influence, to his connections to use and abuse people. And this is the result of that. You get punished. You can get away with it for years and years and years, or in his case, nearly 2 decades. But eventually, the chickens come home to roost, and you are made to pay for your actions. So I cannot say that I feel bad for him by any stretch of the imagination. And like I even just said, the food that he's being fed is quite healthy. I think he's eating healthier in here than he was probably eating out there. Yeah, he was eating expensive foods from expensive restaurants, but what quality of, but what type of food? Probably like, you know, food that's not that great for your health. Here in jail, he's sticking to a very strict meal plan that I'm sure is going to keep him as healthy as possible. Like I said, I didn't see any maggots on the menu, but I have heard that they do sometimes find their way in prison food. You know, potentially even P. Diddy's prison food might be the target of maggots. So I will keep you posted if any news reports of that come out eventually. Why am I so messy? Listen, I am just so happy to see him finally be taken into account. So just an FYI, the prison that he is in is called MDC Brooklyn. He's not the first high-profile person to have gone to this prison. R. Kelly is an alumni here, Fetty Wap, Michael Cohen, Allison Mack, and Ghislaine Maxwell as well. So he is in very, very bad, famous company. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about all this. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel as I give you wall-to-wall coverage as Diddy finally faces justice and is held responsible for his actions over the past several years. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.